Inside the folder supplied with this tutorial, you will find a subfolder titled 3D Projects. This contains some of the Cinema 4D files that Territory Studio used to create the off titles. Inside of the file off segments low poly, you'll find a null containing the geometric off logo the team created. One way you could approach your remix is to take a segment of this geometry and manipulate it using Cinema 4D's MoGraph module. You can select an object from the hierarchy, copy and paste it into a new scene, and once you're into your new scene, reset the position, scale and rotation, or PSR, to 0. Then navigate up to the MoGraph header and select Cloner. If you select this while holding Alt, the cloner will automatically become a parent of the object you have selected in your object manager. You can then switch the cloner mode to radial, the plane to XZ, and increase the radius. As you can see, the alignment is slightly off. One way to fix this is to drop your clone under a null by pressing Alt-G and then rotate it to compensate. You can then duplicate this a few times and create some interesting forms. First, I'm going to reduce the clone count to 4 and adjust the rotation of the clone to 45 degrees. This will sort out the alignment issue. Just going to reduce the radius of the cloner a little. About there looks good. Now, if you select your cloner, hold Command and drag it down in your object manager, it will duplicate. Look out for the box with a plus sign in it. This means your selection is going to be duplicated and not just moved. I'm going to drag this cloner up on the Y-axis and increase the size of the radius, perhaps even add a few more clones. And repeat the process again. Command click and drag on the cloner and then rotate it 180 degrees. If you hold Shift whilst doing this, it will snap to 10-degree increments. This is starting to look cool. Once you're happy, you can begin illuminating your scene. Click the light icon to add light to your scene. Then under the General tab, switch your light type to Area and enable Area Shadows. Then under the Details tab, change the area shape to sphere and the fall off to inverse square. This will help give the light a more natural feel. You can now add some materials to your model. By double-clicking the Materials Manager, you can create a new Cinema 4D material. Double-click on the material again, and inside the Materials Color tab, you can change the color. You can then drag and drop it onto your model. Once you're happy with how everything is looking, you can go ahead and hit Render. Simply navigate up to the Render Settings icon. Enter your desired width and height. Click Save. And add your file's output path. Once you're happy, you can click Render to Picture Viewer. You can then pull in your newly generated asset into your After Effects project and composite it over your stock image.